back for another episode of Free and Budget Campsites in New South Wales. Righto, for all you new viewers, my name's Peter and I'm travelling around this beautiful country of ours, road testing campsites, caravan parks, anywhere I can leave my bus for a budget. Righto, we're around 40 to 50 kilometres north of Parks itself, just up the road at a place called Peakhill. And we're at the showgrounds at the moment. Now, it is the cheapest option in the town compared to the other caravan sites around here. Now, we will be visiting a free campsite today. It's called Boganweir. Hang out with all the bogans. And that's a freebie. And we're gonna go visit the town, take you to the nearest dump point around here. This place doesn't have a dump point. Basically just a really basic campsite. It's got power, water, showers, which are pretty nice. And it's quite peaceful. And the good thing about it, when the Elvis Festival comes up in Parks, this is the place to come to. Now, normally if you want to go find a place in Parks for the Elvis Festival, boo, you're never going to find one. It is so booked out, it's not funny. Now, this place has a bus that picks you up in the morning, takes you down there and brings you back in the afternoon. How cool is that? And it's only around 30-minute drive from here, which is a bonus. So instead of being in the hustle and bustle of Parks when that stuff's happening, you're out here in the peace and quiet area. It's pretty windy out here today, and the temperature's pretty warm. Look, a powered site up here is $20. It's pretty cheap. Can't find it cheaper than that around here. They also do horse yards for $5 as well. So if you're traveling with a horse, Bob's your uncle, you can get your horse in here. Now at the back here, they've got a little gymkhana sort of thing if you want to take your horse out, put your saddle on, do a couple of jumps. We're also going to go into town today, going to go to the visitor centre, ask a bit about that. There is a gold mine viewing area which I'd like to go see, so I'm going to show you that, so stay tuned also. There is a dump site right nearby which we're going to go to that as well. Let's get in there and have a look at this campsite. What do you reckon? Yoo-hoo! I'll ride my horse. Same with every sort of caravan park site you need to do. Stop before you get here, come see the caretakers. Look, there is a sign right behind me that says, look, if it's not attended, go find your spot. There is an honesty box right near the gate that you just slip your money in, your rego, put your rego on, your name, your phone number, and that's about all they really ask for. But if not, they'll come and find you in the afternoon, or if not, when you're walking around, if you see them, slip them that cash. You can ring up, but you don't really have to book, you can just turn up. And even during the Elvis period, they say they have plenty of spaces here.
We're sorry, your call cannot be completed as dialed.
Reception out in this part of the world. Boo! Not very good at all. Look, at the moment I'm getting 4G and 1 bar. That's all I'm getting out here. Phone calls, don't worry about it, you can make them. But the download speed and the upload speed, I had an error. It didn't even connect. You might be able to send a text message as a picture. You might get it away, but it might take a little bit more time. But otherwise, phone reception is not that good out here, as in data. If you see our mate Poochie here, you know this place is dog friendly, and it is dog friendly. Look, I wouldn't let it run off the leash. It does say put it on a leash, but I have seen dogs around here at the moment without a leash. Oh, it's toilet facilities time, if not the amenities. It is a brand new toilet facilities here, and they are pretty nice inside. Look, they've got toilet paper, they've cleaned, they've got hand soap, they've got paper towel. Thumbs up for me. Look, out of 5, they're getting at least 4 out of 5 for these toilet blocks out here. They're not one of those Taj Mahal's ones, but they are still pretty nice inside. Now, I've gone inside and it does smell of bleach, so the caretakers do come down every day and give it a good old scrub. Good on you, Peak Showground. Just a bit of a heads up with the water out here. The water is bore water. Sad to say, it's very high in calcium. Look, when you come to the sites like that, make sure you use a filter. If not, you're going to end up like an egg. Nah, mate, joke, you're not going to end up like an egg with all that calcium in you. You have noticed with the showers and the toilets, there is a bit of a white stain there, so just be careful with it. If not, boil the water before you use it. Righto, welcome to the crappy part of the show again. Yes, it is the dump site. Look, they don't have a dump site at the showground, but they do have a dump site just around the corner. Now, when you get here, have a look. There's information about Peakhill right behind me, about a certain few things around here, like the Peakhill gold mine experience, which we'll visit that very shortly. We'll also might have a pop in and have a look at the Australian's first upright grain silo, which is, I've never seen one before. Now the dump site itself, it's not too bad. It's on the main road. Well, it's not on the main road, it's on one of the back roads, but there's plenty of room to park anywhere around here. Now this dump site is just not made for cassettes, it's made for people like me. If you've got a black water tank, no worries, you'll be able to get your pipe in it. It is encased in a fence, which is good, keeps people out. I don't know if they want to steer some shit or something, I don't know, it is what it is. But it's just a normal dump easy. It has got water here with a hose. The hose is not super long. Right, now when you're here, don't fill up the water from here. Wait till you get to Parks is a good one, or if not, if you're on your way up there, go to Dubbo, there's plenty of water facilities up there. Righto, just up from the campsite is this. It's the Peakhill Gold Experience. It is free for entry and there is plenty of parking around here. So bring a caravan, whatever, buses, whatever, heaps of space to park up here. When you get here, just walk in. There is a bit of a walk track that you can actually go around. There's a couple of posts that actually can tell you some information about it. Actually, let's go there now and have a listen.
On and off for nearly 120 years, gold mining took place at Peakhill. The way the gold was mined changed over the years, as did the fortune of the mine itself. In 1889, alluvial gold, the type of gold you pan for in creeks, was discovered at Peakhill and the township was established.
Righto, when you get here, walk through this little sort of metal archway. It gives you a bit of information about the grip of the yellow fever, which is gold fever. Everyone gets a rush of it and go, oh, gold, gold, gold. Gives you all information about it and how it used to be and how it is now. Let's blow things up and get these big ass trucks to bring it out and sift it through. So do yourself a favour, come up, have a look. There's a few little things around here that you can actually look at, some memorabilia. But anyway, let's get up there and have a look at this open cut mine. Righto, the walk is pretty, well, I wouldn't say treacherous, but it is a steep climb up to the area of the open cut mine. They do have a bit of a fence around here, of course, for safety purposes, because if you do fall down there, you're not coming back. But it is quite a beautiful view up here. Well, there you go. Peakhill's Gold Hill Experience. Look, it's worth popping up to have a look. There is toilets up here if you need to go. There is water actually up here also, but like I said before, be very careful with the water around this town. It is all bore water. But what an experience. Come up, have a look, you'll be impressed. All the information and all the links that you need for this site is all down the description below. So make sure you check it out. Let's get on our bikes. I want to have a look around town for a few more things. Let's go. Woohoo! Rightio, here's this free campsite I was talking about out and Bogan Weir. But it's a decent sized campsite to fit buses, trucks, tents, you name it, you can fit it in here. Now fires are permitted in this area. They do like you to have it in a fire pit. If there is big rain periods, this place does get a bit flooded. And look, when you do come out here, make sure you wear your air guard, because I'm guaranteed there is mozzies everywhere around here. We're going to go down near the weir itself and have a bit of a look-see and show you a few campsites around here. So stay tuned, let's get in there and have a look at it. What do you reckon? Righto, barbecues. Look, they don't have any electric barbecues out here. They're all wooden. You'd have to go out and find some wood. And guess what? There is a gutload of wood out here, so don't worry about bringing your own. There is seriously so much wood, it is not funny. Now, they've got picnic areas as well. There's not many of them around. I've only seen around 2 so far, which are undercover. Just a bit of a heads up, with the weir itself, there is plenty of fishing around in the weir. I'm looking down at the water right now and I'm seeing fish everywhere. Sad to say, they probably carp. Now, when you catch carp around this area, you catch it and you've got to dispose of them. You cannot put them back into the waterway. But do yourself a favour, when you come here, bring your little paddleboard out or your little canoe, go out there and do some fishing. But I'll give you a bit of a word of advice. When you're down near the actual weir itself, people like to fish off it, but when they catch carp, they leave them there to rot and it's a bit pongy. Righto, when you're at the weir itself, there's not a huge amount to do around this area. Now, also with the swimming in the weir, Look, it's up to you. I wouldn't go swimming in it. Look, the weir is pretty dark water and you don't know what's underneath, but if you've got a canoe, go out for a bit of a paddle. Also, the phone reception out here, it's not as great around in this town at all. Now, I did talk to a few people in town and they did say they were with Optus, and Optus, they were getting a fair bit. So I always say, when you do travel with partners, make sure one has Optus and one has Telstra and you'll never miss a beat. But out here, you can just make phone calls and that's about it. Some of the campsites around here, they're pretty good actually. Look, you can pick a campsite right near the water, which is fantastic, and you're in shade, which is great too. But if you need solar, you need to park out near the grass area. Now, bit of advice when you park out near the grass area, I'd advise you to do a walkthrough before you drive there, just in case you hit something and you get stuck. And that's one thing you don't want to do in Peakhill, because I'd have to say there's no NRMA out this way. Well, you might get them out here, you never know, but even still, be very careful when you go to park. Now, most of the campsites around here, they look pretty level. Now, you don't really have to have a four-wheel drive over here. You need a normal two-wheel drive will do, but you've got to be self-contained, of course, while you're here, because there's no toilets and no actual water out here at all, except the weir. Now, I wouldn't advise you to get a cup and drink that water. So just be careful and bring your own water when you come out here. In some of the campsites around here, you probably will need a four-wheel drive to get right down near the actual weir itself. Now, there is some dividends and stuff like that, and it is a bit of a dirt track. So look, a two-wheel drive probably will get it down here, but you will be jumping all over the place with the dividends and the holes in the ground. So make sure you be careful when you come down to this part of the campsite right down near the weir, which is quite a few campsites down here. And how beautiful are they? They are fantastic down here to camp right near the weir. Now, there is no time limit on this weir at all. Now look, I don't know if you want to stay a week or 2 weeks, I don't know about that. There's better campsites in town. So do yourself a favour, when you're out here, come out and have a look, spend a day, spend 2 nights here, whatever you need. It's very peaceful. Righto, let's get in our bikes and get back to the campsite, and I'll show you their campsites. Campsites. There is so many campsites around here. They're mainly in the middle of the park and over the side, and look, anywhere you can fit, squeeze in near a power point. Now, there is power points strung out throughout the park all around here. Now, the ones that I'm on at the moment, there is no water around this area. They're all on the outskirts of the actual park itself. Now, my campsite at the moment is not too bad. Now, I had to level my van up around that much, but the rest of them, they're pretty good. Now, the ground is pretty hard, so to whack your tent pegs in, you really need to go, or with a jackhammer. It's the way it goes sometimes in these country towns. Now, the power boxes are right next to the campsites, as you see right now. Just the average sort of thing. You lift it up, plug it in, Bob's your uncle, and you're laughing. But otherwise, campsites are fantastic here. Woohoo! The town of Peakhill. What a cool little town. The gold mine up there, it's got little shops, it's got a free campsite. I'm pretty impressed with this place. I will definitely come back here again and stay. Righto, leave your comments down below what you think of all the campsites in the town and stuff like that. Drop us a line, tell me what you think, whether you'd stay here or not. Gives me some information to see what other people think of the actual campsite. Look, if you liked the video, give us a thumbs up, turn your notifications on, hit your subscribe button. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the road.